Yeah, I know these niggas don't like me. Treat them like Gucci did, Jesus so icy.
What is going on, guys? We are back today with another video. Been gone for about a week now after watching the draft and everything. I decided to look into some highlights on players. I'm trying to determine who I thought won the draft, a couple teams there. I did 2 tiers of that. If you follow me on Instagram, you obviously saw those. And then also a couple days ago, I released my playoff picture for the AFC and NFC post-draft and free agency. Obviously, there are still some free agents out there, Jadeveon Clowney, Logan Ryan, some other names as well, but those are the 2 big ones that come to mind. Obviously, those guys still have to determine where they're going to go or find a team that's going to want them or welcome their talent. But from what's happened so far, I've kind of determined who I thought was going to make the playoffs, and then I also released several days ago some winners from the draft that I thought had a great draft in general. Some of those teams that come to mind off the top are the Cowboys, being able to go out and get CeeDee Lamb in the first round. Although I thought that was a stretch initially, being able to go out in the second round and get a guy in Trayvon Diggs, a really solid cornerback, somebody that a lot of people had mocked in the first round or early in the second, having him fall to you in the second round, I thought was a solid pickup for them and kind of help them ease my mind, at least, by them taking CeeDee Lamb. So, that wasn't such a stretch anymore after they were able to get a position of need in the second round and a really solid talent at that in Trayvon Diggs. CeeDee Lamb is a guy that's going to come in, pair him with Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper as well, Zeke in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback. Hopefully they can get a deal done for him long term. And this offense is going to be really powerful. And then defensively, they went out and got Trayvon Diggs, like I just said. Went out later in the draft. I thought they did a good job of getting Bradley and Nye, another solid piece on the outside on defensive end, which was an area that they needed to address. I think he could be or have a really good career in the NFL. That could be a steal of the draft. A lot of people think or thought that as well. A guy that some people had mocked in the second, third round, even from Utah, had a good career there. I think being able to pick him up later in the draft was a solid pickup for them. And then they also went and addressed that offensive line after Travis Frederick retired, getting a guy from Wisconsin at center. Same school that Travis Frederick went to in Wisconsin, bringing a guy like that could potentially be a starter and a solid piece for your offensive line in the future. Another team that I thought had a really good draft was the Ravens, getting J.K. Dobbins, a solid running back to add to that stable of running backs with Mark Ingram, Gus Edwards, Lamar Jackson there, obviously at quarterback, a person that's fantastic at running the ball, and then adding some weapons on the outside, Devin Duvernay, James Prochet. Devin Duvernay, a guy from Texas, a speed guy, and then at linebacker, obviously in the first round, getting Patrick Queen, could have been the best linebacker in the draft. I had them taking Kenneth Murray, but he went earlier to the Chargers. They traded back into the first round to get him. That's a great pickup for them. But for the Ravens, I thought Patrick Queen, either him or Kenneth Murray were great additions to that team in the backfield. On that defense, obviously needing a middle linebacker. They haven't really had one since C.J. Mosley left. So being able to get a guy like Patrick Queen from LSU is going to be a huge upgrade to that defense, along with the other additions that they made this offseason. Another team, the Dolphins, I thought did a great job. Obviously, they had a plethora of first-round picks as well as later picks. I thought who was another team that I had? Broncos, I thought they did a great job as well. Going out and getting Jerry Jeudy, a guy that was projected much higher than he went. And then in the second round, adding another weapon to that offense and KJ Hamler, a speed guy. Both him and Jerry Jeudy add speed to that offense, along with Cortland Sutton, Noah Fant, obviously at tight end. They went out and added another cornerback after bringing in A.J. Bowie. Got Kareem Jackson there, brought in a guy from Iowa at cornerback. A defensive lineman as well, defensive tackle, I believe, along with Jarrell Casey, a free agent acquisition. So I thought they really had a great draft, along with offseason in general. In the second tier that I thought the Cardinals did a good job, getting Isaiah Simmons. Again, I thought that was kind of a stretch, but being able to go out in the second round and get a guy that they needed, that I thought they would take in the first round, and Josh Jones from Houston at the offensive tackle position, I thought that was solid for them. Those 2 picks really killed it for them. And then in the tier 1, again, another team that I had was the Cleveland Browns. I thought they did a great job, obviously, in the offseason, bringing in Jack Conklin on the offensive line, and then going in the draft and getting possibly the best offensive tackle in the draft, a guy that has great upside in Jedrick Wills, and then being able to go out and get Grant Delpit at safety, something that they really needed, going and getting a receiver in Donovan Peoples-Jones. I thought that was a great addition. So I think they added some great value on this team with the picks that they had, and obviously adding to the offseason acquisitions. I think this team is going to be really solid, and I have them making the playoffs as well. I'll attach my Instagram page on here somewhere so you can see the full list of the teams that I thought won the draft. You can comment your thoughts on that. And then also look at the playoff picture that I have for both the AFC and NFC. Let me know what you guys think about that. I have some teams that didn't make it last year, making it this year, including the Cleveland Browns. The Chargers as well, I thought was a team that did a good job in the draft, obviously getting their quarterback in Justin Herbert, trading back up in the first round, like I said prior, getting Kenneth Murray at linebacker. Those were the two biggest needs on this team, I think. Obviously adding another great cornerback in Chris Harris Jr. from Denver this offseason. That defense is going to be really solid, I think, this year. But you can go to my Instagram page. I'll attach it here. I'll also put it in the bio so you guys can go follow me on there for updated content throughout the weeks. And that's it for this video. I'm going to keep pushing out content for you guys, figuring out what to keep talking about. But I hope you guys stay safe. Have fun with everything going on. Enjoy the nice weather out there. I know here in Wisconsin it's getting a little nicer outside, so I'm able to enjoy that. Be safe. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.
Try to drop it low, I should pick it up.